I just have to say it. My personal opinion, Buffalo sucks. Sean McDermott should be fired. I know you guys are now arguing for Buffalo, but seriously, Buffalo sucks. I'm not saying that, and that, by the way, let me clarify. I'm not saying that they're the worst team in the NFL. I'm not saying that the Jets are better, because the Jets are not better than Buffalo, both on paper and physically, despite the fact that we beat them. I just think that I just cannot see Buffalo going on a run like they did the last couple of years. I think that it's becoming clearer and clearer that this Josh Allen, Sean McDermott duo, something's going to give. And I think that neither of them are just doing what they should be doing for that team. How can you only put 14 points on the Giants? The Giants have been bad. The Giants might be the worst team in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
They can't get pressure. Their corners suck.
Yeah. Playing at breakfast time, then playing at supper time the week after.
They were held scoreless at half.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. So, I don't know. Like, for me, you look at the quality of this team, you say there's meant to be this is a guy who is 1 year removed from coming second in the MVP voting, right? Second or third max, but I'm pretty sure it was second in the MVP voting. You're talking about a coach who is considered or should be considered top caliber, and yet Buffalo can't pull it together. And how many years in a row now have they bowed out of the playoffs?
5, has it been?
Yeah. They cannot make it past that championship game. And I understand that there are better teams in front of them, but Buffalo, both on paper and physically, should be better than where they are today. Their 4-2 record does not fool me one bit.
And even that, sorry, I was about to intervene, Matt. The Giants, they're stuffed up. So with 10 seconds left in the second quarter, no timeouts, on the 4, they decided to run the ball.
Yeah.
Instead of passing, kick a field goal, maybe pass, score a touchdown. You're down 13-0, 9-0 to the Giants at home, scoreless.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? So we look at the very controversial call at the very end. The Giants almost won that game with Tyrod Taylor in quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Kansas City nearly got beat by Zach Wilson 2 weeks ago. They scored one passing touchdown against Denver.
Yeah,
on
but they've looked really good regardless. And I think that the only game Buffalo's looked good in has been against Miami, who they're a really great team. But maybe that was because Buffalo's become a trap game.
Division foe.
I don't know. I think the answer to how Buffalo will go is, do you believe in Miami? Because the other two teams won't win the division. So.
That's true.
Yeah, I do believe in Miami, but I just think that Buffalo probably sits at maybe 600 this year. I think when all is said and done, I don't think they're going to be like
10-7.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Is that enough to? That probably isn't enough to win the AFC East.
No,
Second.
It's not enough to win the AFC East, and it might not even be enough for the 7th seed.
No, definitely 10 wins will get you the 7th seed.
I'd say it will in the AFC. Yeah.
The teams that played so far is a bit of a weird sample. So lost to the Jets, beat the brakes off the Raiders, Commanders, and Dolphins in consecutive weeks. Lost by 5 points to the Jags. And
they lost to Jags, didn't they?
Yeah, last week in London. And then they lost this week in a very bizarre game.
They won this week.
No, they won this week.
Yeah, they won this week. Sorry, narrowly. Yeah. But they've otherwise scored well over 20 points.
They're 4-2, and they've lost in overtime to the Jets and to Jacksonville, who
in London,
a clear division favourite and a spruik team to make a run.
Yeah.
And they've put, 40 on 3 teams? In 3 weeks?
They put 38 on the Raiders, 37 on the Commanders, 48 on the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Look,
I'm with you. I'm with you. It's the last 2 weeks aberration with travel. I'm with you.
Yeah. And it's just this weird sample. Like it's kind of on the shittier end, with the exception of the Dolphins. But if you're giving credence to statistics, like they're the 3rd best offense and 3rd best defense from a points scored point of view. But again, it is a shit sample. But yeah, as Mitch said, the run. So they've got Patriots, Bucks, Bengals, Broncos, Jets.
Yeah, this Eagles, bit after the Jets Chiefs. Is where it's going to get interesting. Like Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, even Chargers.
I don't think they win one of those games.
They might be 9-2 going into them.
Between the Jets, Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, you don't think they'll win any of those?
No, they will, because it's Buffalo and it's snowing in December, so they're bound to win 2 or 3.
They're not only playing in Buffalo.
Yeah, no, they are. They're playing Buffalo in 3 of those games.
That's all home games?
3 of the 4, I'm pretty sure, at home.
No, two of the 4.
2 or 4?
Do you know what? My point still stands. I think Buffalo suck.
Buffalo's basically Dallas. They should be in the championship. They should be doing better. But the thing is with Dallas, a quarterback's holding it back. I'm not saying Dak's bad, but he could be better. And for Buffalo, it's the coach. But even for Dallas, it's coaching. Maybe it's just the 90s curse.
Buffalo had Josh Allen. If Dallas had Josh Allen, they'd win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, probably. Easy. But in Buffalo, I don't think he can do enough on his own. And you can already see the frustration in players like Stephon Diggs. I know he's an emotional guy, but no one just sits there breaking iPads every week.
Did he break an iPad this week? Do we know?
Not this week.
I'm with you. I don't think they win the Super Bowl, and I don't think they win the AFC, but I think they will win the division.
I don't think they win the playoff.
But I think that's not good enough for a team that should be. That's my point.
Should they though? Like, why should they? Like, do they have a squad that, on paper, like to get to even the championship game? Do they have a better squad than, let's say, AFC only? Do they have a better squad than Kansas City?
No.
They have better wide receivers in Kansas City.
Yeah.
You've got a guy who's playing with fucking Kadarius Toney. Like, come on. They got better wide receivers. They got better running backs than Kansas City. Pacheco's fast. That's about it. You could argue that the quarterback is very, very close in comparison, but you'd give it to Mahomes. You'd edge Mahomes, but you could argue that Josh Allen at his best at his best. But this is the point. He's not always at his best, and Sean McDermott is not always at his best. That defense is loaded. Kansas City, name one guy outside of Chris Jones.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think in the NFL, the things that matter the most is a quarterback hitting open receivers and creating space for themselves, a quarterback with a reliable security blanket, one guy that can rush the passer in big games, and situational coaching in big games. And Kansas City have arguably the best player in the whole sport at all 4 spots.
Yeah, agreed.
And that's why they're the favourite to win this year again.
And obviously they have the best celebrity behind Kansas City.
Well, you know.
3-0 with Swifties.
You know, maybe Josh Allen went and dated, Josh
Allen's
Rihanna.
got a hot missus, doesn't he, as well?
Yeah, but if she's not famous, she's not famous.
Yeah, she wouldn't be as famous as Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Maybe he needs to go after, I don't know, who's as famous as Taylor Swift?
Beyonce.
It'd be few.
I don't think it'd be Beyonce. Jay-Z would tank the team. He'd buy the team and then fire everyone. Surely there's someone else.
Rihanna or something. There would be very few
Rihanna's taken. She just
I don't think there's anyone that's single that's as famous as her. I don't.
Yeah, she's in a league of her own, man. Like, it's cultish.
Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah,
well, you would know.
I do know. She's very popular. There's an argument that she's more popular in America than the NFL. There's a argument there, but
she probably consistently fills out more stadiums than the NFL does per year.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't play in Jacksonville.
She performed in 21 NFL stadiums the last 12 months, more than any other player. Obviously, no player can go to 21, but yeah. Well, enough Taylor Swift talk for this week.
Yeah, I think so.
Way too much airtime.
Move on.
Way too much. All right, move on. Buffalo sucks.